The 2024-25 NBA season is shaping up to be one of the craziest, weirdest, and funniest we've ever seen. With its unpredictable drama and endless surprises, this season has kept fans on the edge of their seats night after night, and it's not even over yet. As we head into the second half of the season, let's look back at some of the moments that have defined it so far. The craziness in the NBA never stops, and it feels like it's setting the stage for something even wilder. And this time, things got next level. Number 1. The Pelicans vs. the Knicks. Technical foul for reporting a spilled drink. Jalen Brunson found himself at the center of some wild internet trolling after a bizarre moment involving a towel boy during the Knicks game against the Pelicans. Here's how it went down. Midway through the second quarter, a towel boy rushed onto the court to clean what looked like a wet spot. There wasn't a spilled drink or anything. It just seemed like the court might have been slippery. Trying to play it safe, the towel boy got to work, but Brunson wasn't having it. He immediately pointed at the ref, signaling for a delay of game technical foul, arguing that the kid was holding things up. And the ref actually went for it. A towel boy got hit with the tech. Fans online wasted no time calling out Brunson. One fan said, "Brunson's a snitch," while another remarked, "Brunson really tried to snitch trying to get that man teed up." And while the technical free throw didn't change the outcome of the game, the Knicks winning 104-93, the situation got a lot of attention. Some fans even joked, "If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying," and compared Brunson's actions to Chris Paul's notorious reputation for working the refs. To be fair, the Knicks went on to win 104-93, with Brunson dropping a massive 39 points and 6 assists. But that didn't stop fans from turning the moment into a meme-worthy roast session. The Pelicans, meanwhile, dropped to a dismal 5-26 record, leaving their fans even more frustrated. This wasn't the last weird moment of the night, but it definitely set the tone for how wild and petty the season has been. Number 2. The Warriors vs. the Grizzlies. A humbling defeat beyond belief. Now at this moment, things took a turn for the worse for the Golden State Warriors, who got absolutely destroyed by the Memphis Grizzlies, in a way no one saw coming. The Warriors' 144-93 loss on Thursday night wasn't just bad, it was downright humiliating. By the time the third quarter ended, the Warriors were down by 50 points and the game was essentially over. Coach Steve Kerr called it humbling, and that might be the understatement of the year. Kerr knew the Warriors were getting outplayed from the jump. They, the Grizzlies, took it to us, Kerr admitted. "We couldn't get anything going. They took us out of our game and everything just went south." It was one of those nights where nothing went right, and the Warriors knew it. And the wildest part was, for the first time ever, both Steph Curry and Draymond Green went through a game without hitting a single field goal. Curry, the two-time MVP, scored only 2 points in 24 minutes, and Green didn't score a single point in 19 minutes. Green couldn't believe it either. Reacted with a stunned, "Damn, that happened? Oh shit, that's crazy." Curry, not one to sugarcoat things, straight up called the performance embarrassing. The Warriors have been struggling big time, now sitting at 2-8 in their last 10 games. With 5 of their next 6 opponents above 500, the road ahead is tough. Kerr knows they've got work to do, but he's not hitting the panic button just yet. "We've got competitors and we're going to bounce back," he said, "but we've got a lot of work to do." Number 3. Jokic and the Nuggets, triple-double surge. The triple-double craze. Jokic dominates, Nuggets shine. As if the Warriors' nightmare wasn't enough, let's talk about a trend that's taken the NBA by storm this season. Triple-doubles are happening faster than ever. It's almost like every game, another player is putting up one of these insane stat lines. Take Nikola Jokic, for example. He's been doing it again and again, and his 11th triple-double of the season came in a thrilling comeback against the Pelicans, where the Nuggets were down by 17 before rallying back to win. Jokic finished with 27 points, 13 rebounds, 10 assists, a steal, and a block, shooting 11 for 20 from the field. That's just the kind of beast he is. To top it off, in his last 14 games against the Pelicans, he's been averaging 31.1 points, 12.1 rebounds, and 11.1 assists. And did we mention 10 triple-doubles? And Jokic wasn't the only one balling. Russell Westbrook dropped 21 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and 3 steals, shooting a crazy 9 for 14 from the field. Jamal Murray came through with 27 points, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists, while Aaron Gordon added 17 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists to the mix. The Nuggets have been clutch in overtime games too, with a solid 6-2 record this season. With all these triple-doubles flying around, this NBA season is in a new era where every player seems to be capable of making history on any given night. Number 4. Victor Wembanyama's historic rise. Wembanyama, rewriting NBA history, a rookie like no other. This next moment is as insane as the last because it's about crazy 7'5" tall Victor Wembanyama. The 20-year-old French phenom has already stacked up records in his 94-game career. In a 114-94 point win over the Portland Trailblazers, Wemby became the first player in NBA history to hit 10 blocks and 4 3-pointers in the same game. But let's zoom out for a second. This kid's been balling in a way we haven't seen from a rookie in ages. Wembanyama recently hit his 200th career 3-pointer, doing so faster than some of the best long-range shooters ever. He passed Steph Curry, James Harden, and Ray Allen, all of whom are legends for 3-point shooting. Curry took 99 games to hit that mark. Harden needed 153, and Allen got there in 131 games, but Wemby? Just 94 games. Right. The 3-point heavy NBA of today is part of it. Wemby's putting up 9 threes a game, something Curry and Allen didn't do in their early years. But let's not sleep on the fact that Wemby is improving his shooting fast. He started his rookie season at just under 33% from 3, but now he's up to 35%, and over his last 15 games, he's hitting 40%. If he keeps this up, we could be looking at the future face of the NBA, shooting threes like Curry, blocking shots like a monster, and making history every night. Number 5. LeBron James becomes the NBA's all-time leader in minutes played. As if Wembanyama isn't enough of a story, let's talk about LeBron James, who's out here shattering records like it's nothing. The King has officially become the NBA's all-time leader in minutes played. LeBron James surpassed Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's legendary record of 57,446 minutes, with 57,471 minutes in a game against the Sacramento Kings. And this isn't the first time LeBron's done this to Kareem. He's already broken records for all-time points, most games played, and even most all-NBA selections. This dude's a machine. LeBron's commitment to the game is next level too. He's made it clear that he doesn't take much time off in the offseason, always putting in the work, and if that wasn't impressive enough, he's on track to hit 58,000 minutes played soon, which will be another record under his belt. And let's not forget, he just tied Vince Carter for the most seasons played, and he's set to break that record next season. LeBron's far from slowing down, and honestly, we might be witnessing history unfold every time he steps on the court. Number 6. Ja Morant's shift. LeBron's still making history, but not every star is out here trying to break every record in sight. Take Ja Morant for example. He's one of the most electrifying dunkers we've seen, but now, he's backing off from throwing it down. Morant recently told ESPN, "I'm not trying to dunk at all, I'm dead serious." The Grizzlies point guard is shifting his approach, and though it's a little disappointing, it actually makes a lot of sense when you dig into it. Ja's still got the hops, and he's throwing down some ridiculous dunks this season. But you've noticed it too, he's laying it up more often than not. Even on fast breaks, where he could easily go for the highlight dunk, he's choosing the safer option. Actually, Morant's been hurt a few times from getting knocked out of the air, and the fall can leave him out longer than necessary. It's just smart for him to go for the easy 2 rather than risk a nasty injury. As he said, 2 points is 2 points, and you can't argue with that. Morant's never played a full season, and with all the mid-air crashes, it makes sense that he's taking a step back from the high-flying antics. In fact, this year he's even missed games, like when he hurt his hip on an alley-oop attempt. But the Grizzlies know they need him healthy, and his play has still been strong. He's scoring efficiently, even though his points per game are lower than his All-Star years, mostly because he's playing fewer minutes. Even without all the dunks, Morant's still one of the league's best drivers, and his layup game is just as deadly. While you might think he's getting fouled less because he's not attacking the rim as aggressively, his free throw attempts are actually still up there. Ja's game is evolving, but it's not slowing down. We might not see the poster dunks as much, but we're still getting jaw-dropping finishes from the guy. It's a bummer for fans who love the highlight plays, but in the end, it's all about winning, and Morant's doing just that. Plus, every now and then he'll surprise us and throw one down anyway. Number 7. The 2025 NBA All-Star Game gets a major upgrade. Now, speaking of changes in the game, let's talk about the upcoming 2025 NBA All-Star Game. Things are about to get way more exciting. The NBA just dropped some big news. This year, the All-Star Game is switching things up with a brand new format. Instead of the usual East vs West showdown, there's going to be a mini tournament featuring 4 teams, 3 games, and a whole lot of action. So, 2 teams will face off in one semifinal, while the other 2 teams battle it out in the second semifinal. The winners of those games will then clash in the championship, with the first team to hit 40 points taking the win. And the team will be made up of 8 players picked by TNT's Inside the NBA crew: Charles Barkley, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny Smith. Yep, They'll be drafting teams live, and it's going to be a show on its own. The fourth team in this mini tournament will come from the Castor Rising Stars game, which showcases top first and second year NBA players. This team will be led by none other than Candace Parker as honorary GM. And each player on the winning team will pocket $125,000 with smaller payouts for the other teams. As for the voting process, it's the same as always. Fans, players, and the media will pick their starters, with coaches choosing the reserves. The new twist is that the 4 All-Star Game head coaches will come from the top teams in each conference, adding another layer of strategy to the event. So this year's All-Star Game is going to be one for the books, and we can't wait to see how it all plays out.